In this episode of How It's Built on Experimental Brick Unit, we are going to show you how a Mech-Crab is built. The process starts with building the first half of the main chassis. The 15-stud lift arm is going to be the base for our chassis. 3-stud and 4-stud axles with a stopper are going to be holding our transmission gears. Then the axles are locked by a 5-stud lift arm. Now the gears are installed on the axles. And a 5-stud axle added in the end with the gear. After proper gear installation, the axles are supposed to be aligned with each other for a proper step cycle. Using long pins, the support corners are installed. Finally, the gear transmission is locked by another 15-stud lift arm. Using a frictionless long pin, the leg frame is installed. Installing the frictionless pins above the brown axles. Finalizing the chassis frame with the 13-stud lift arm. This is the final look of the right half of the chassis. Repeating the process with an exception of installing the beige frictionless long pin on the opposite side of the chassis. This is the final look of the left half. Now, a 9-volt power functions motor is connected to the front part of the chassis with a 5-stud axle. The second motor is connected with its rear side to the back part of the chassis. The motors are holding together two halves of the Mech-Crab. Connecting the left half with a 5-stud axle towards the face of the motor. Now, the connection pins for the dust cover supports are installed on the front and the back sides of the Mech-Crab. Installing the dust cover support corners. marking the front side of the Mech-Crab with the transparent red studs. The pins for the dust cover plates are added. The dust cover plates are now installed. Adding pins for the support corners and locking up the dust cover. Two stud lift arms with a cross are now installed on the axles. The orientation of the lift arms is very important, as it can drastically change the walk cycle of the Mech-Crab. The front and rear axles are looking upwards and the middle one is looking towards the front of the Mech-Crab. Installing the frictionless pins into the lift arms. Assembly of the legs starts by attaching a 5-stud lift arm to a frictionless long pin on the rear, adding a frictionless pin to the end of the lift arm, and attaching a 9-stud lift arm to the frictionless pins. Repeating the process for all the 6 legs of the Mech-Crab. Now we can see the walking cycle of one half of the Mech-Crab. Using 3-stud lift arms and half pins, the battery box mount is made. Attaching it to the middle of the 13-stud lift arm. Positioning the wires below the mounts on the back side of the Mech-Crab. Finally, pushing the MK 6.0 battery box between the motors and locking it up with the mounts on the sides. Optionally, LED lights could be installed behind the transparent studs to make them glow. connecting the back motor to the A port and connecting the front motor to the C port of the battery box. And our Mech-Crab is good to go.